Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to our podcast, to T6 ChatterShack, with your host Mary and Josue. We're super excited that you guys are here. We got a bunch of topics coming up, so please stick around. We're gonna have an amazing episode. So let's get right into it.
Hi, Josue. How are you?
I'm doing good, Mary. What about you?
I'm swell. Truly.
You swell?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm cool. It's just a stressful week.
Yeah, for
Stressful
sure.
week, but it will soon, end. But we'll be not that we're gonna die or something. Not,
Our finals are this week.
Yeah, our finals are this
But
week.
you know what? It's okay. Because whatever happens, happens. It's a couple more days. We're good. We will do so well.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I have a question for you.
Okay.
And it's really this is a pretty deep question. And, I hope you give me a pretty deep answer, of course.
Okay.
How would you like people to experience you?
Okay, we're getting right into it.
Yeah, for sure.
So how do I want people to experience me? You're saying how do you want them to view me? Or think of me?
Yeah, for sure. I think it's like in the moment, when you're not there, when you are there, a lot of how do you want people to be talking about you? Well, not talking about you, but feeling about you.
Okay, so before I start, I just want to point out I really don't, when I meet new people and everything, when I have friends or anything, I'm the type of person that I really don't care about people's opinions about me. I'm not oh, I'm not gonna do this just because I don't know what they're gonna think about me. I feel like recently I've become a little bit more confident to do whatever I want to do, whatever I want to say, and just express my personality. But at the same time, I do want people to probably recognize me as an easygoing person. I'm funny, I'll joke around with you, but just because I joke around a lot and sometimes I'll laugh with you and say all these jokes, I don't want them to view me as immature.
Yeah, that's totally valid.
I want people to experience me with to see my goofy side, but also know that I'm smart. If you need someone to talk to or really get deep with, I can listen to you, I can give you tips or whatever you need. I can be there. I'm not an immature, emotionally unavailable person. I don't think that's me, because I'm very observant. Because even before I came to college, I was a very quiet person and very shy, and I feel like the shyest people are the most observant. So when I meet new people or I'm with my friends, I'm very observant. So sometimes I can tell when someone's going through something or they're having a bad day. So what I try to do is always cheer them up with just being myself, having a happy personality, joking around. But I just don't want them to think oh, just because this guy is always laughing or telling all these jokes, this guy's just immature or he's not smart.
Yeah, that's that's valid.
Yeah. What about you?
Me?
Yeah. How do you want people to experience you?
Recently, I've really, similar to you, I've gotten a lot of confidence. In high school, especially junior year, I really cared about what other people thought of me. But I was always, as I was going into senior year and especially college, I just I'm a goofy person. I love joking around and stuff like that. So I really try to show that more than other sides of me.
Yeah.
And there's obviously complications with that. People don't know that I am smart.
Yeah.
I'm very underwhelming whenever people talk about their academic successes. And it's not in a way that I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
It's just something that I believe wholeheartedly is smart people don't have to tell people that they're smart.
Yeah.
And sometimes when things like that kind of come up, my recent boyfriend, we were talking, and he was like, and I was, we were just joking around. I was like, oh, so you're an academic weapon? And he was like, yeah, I am. I got a 4.0 first semester. And I was like, yeah, so did I. And he was like, really? And I thought that was really interesting. Like, how do I come off as an idiot? Do I come off as
he
a
got
bad
surprised
student?
that you had a good GPA?
Yeah, he got surprised that I was smart.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, I'm not going to sit here and, like, want everyone to know how smart I am.
Yeah.
Not that I would want to hide it, but
yeah.
I'm sure of myself. I'm confident in what I do.
Yeah. No, but I think there's a beauty in that, like, people getting surprised about things they didn't know about you. I feel like that's pretty nice when you get to meet someone, because, like, it's like getting to know someone through layers. Like, it's not like you meet me once and you have me all read, you know? Like, yes, I might come out as like, oh, this funny dude, just confident, whatever, but I have like way more, like, deep down, like, I'm smart, and it's probably happened to you too, because, like, when we started to get to know each other, there was a lot of things that really surprised me about about your personality and everything. So I feel like it's pretty nice to and yeah, what you said about you said something about I don't have to be showing everyone that I'm smart. Like, maybe I'm smart, but I'm not gonna be saying, oh, I have a 4.0 GPA or everything. And you said, like, smart people don't have to act like they're smart. They're just smart. I feel like that's just the way to go. It's like, if you're smart, and if you're confident, also, that also goes with confidence. If you're confident, you don't have to act like you're confident or be telling people you're confident. It's just, people can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have to be proving anything.
That's what I was going to say. I was going to say, I don't feel like I have to prove myself to anyone.
Yeah.
I mean, except for our professors, when I'm like, oh, I want to do so well for them. But that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Different topic.
But, this semester, I started to really be like, I don't have to prove myself to the professors, not even.
Really?
No, actually, like, I feel like this semester has been, like, I don't give a fuck kind of season. I don't know.
Yeah, that's...
Like, I'm me, and if you don't like me, well, you don't like me. If you like me, you like me. And I feel like that's reflected also in my projects.
Yeah.
Because sometimes our professors are here to push us and, like, make us, the best versions of ourselves as architects, but sometimes, there's going to be times where you're going to be all on your own, and you have to take the decisions for your project on your own and stick with your idea and be able to defend it. So I found, like, a sense of confidence in what I do, no matter if either my peers or the professors like it. If I'm confident in my project and I execute it well, and, like, I feel satisfied with the way I executed it, I feel like I just have, like, this unwavering confidence. Like,
that's...
doesn't matter what happens in the finals. If I'm proud of what I did, I'm proud of what I did.
That is completely valid. I will say I disagree a little bit with the fact that, like, if they don't like it, because personally, for the group project specifically, my professor, he kept saying that it just wasn't good, even if it was amazing. Because, like, at one point he was like, guys, your model is sick, but let's make it better. And, like, that was a moment I was like, none of these are bad. He just wants it to be better. And honestly, like, for the first time in a while, I appreciate that. Now we have this new idea, this new, concept that is, like, so much better than the first one. And I love it so much.
Yeah, but I meant it more in the sense, like, not being cocky, like, oh, this is the best project, and, like,
of course,
there's no room for change, because you can be confident in what you do, but also be humble enough to be like, they're professors and they're here for a reason, and they know more than you, so you learn from them.
Exactly.
I'm talking about the day of the presentation. If I know I was able to complete all the ideas I had, I'm confident, because I'm like, I put in the work, and I'm turning this in on time. I know my craft is good. That's the type of confidence I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not gonna get their final presentation, they being like, oh, I don't know, I don't don't feel like I did my best. If I know, like, from the heart, I know I put effort into it, and I like reached my goals, my personal goals, then I'm confident. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like hear the professor's, review, because like I want that, because we're here to learn in the end.
Of course.
I feel like that's the difference between being confident and then also being cocky.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can be confident, but at the same time also be humble enough to know that there's always room for improvement, and there's always people better than you that you can learn from.
For sure. I totally agree with that. I think personally, growing up in the environment that I lived in and, my extracurricular activities, I've kind of learned, like, throughout that time, even if you're not confident, they don't know that. Exactly. The reviewers, the judges, they don't know that.
Yeah.
So as long as you fake it, if you pretend that this model is the best thing that you've ever seen, that they've ever seen, I mean, to be fair though, these are professors, so they won't believe it, but you could make people believe that.
Yeah.
Truly.
That was one question I wanted to ask you. Like, what do you think about that little fake it till you make it? Like, do you apply that? Do you apply it in every scenario, or?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like, I'm still doing it. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't even know how I got into college.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how I've made it this long.
Yeah.
Like, and like, it's not that I feel like I'm faking my entire life, but low-key I do. Sometimes I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, I'm an adult.
Yeah.
I need to get my life together. And then I look at my bank account
That's
and
so
I'm
real.
like, I do have my life together, low-key.
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of eating.
Yeah. Sometimes you do gotta talk yourself up, because nobody's gonna talk yourself up if you're not doing it for yourself. And yeah, I feel like I do also fake it till I make it. In some scenarios, I feel like it is healthy. In not in every scenario, but like in some scenarios, yeah. Especially right now that we're making, that transition to adulthood.
Mm-hmm.
And, most of us are going to start living on our own, or we're already, like, living on our own. We're starting to pay rent. We have a bunch of, like, more responsibilities than we had in high school. And I feel like every person develops and matures at a different pace.
Mm-hmm.
And so sometimes, for some people, adulthood might be scarier and more hard to take, but that's where I feel like fake it till you make it really helps. It's like, okay, age-wise, I'm already an adult, but I need to actually start really believing that I'm an adult and acting like an adult and, putting your life together.
Absolutely.
And same with presentation. Like, maybe you might be unsure of your project, but if you're able to just stand there and sell it's like selling your product. Like, sell that you have a great project, then you do have a great project.
Yeah.
I feel like 50% of your project is the way you present it.
Absolutely.
The way you present it. You can't, come the day of the final with your idea and just start talking trash about it, or being like, I should have done this, I should have done that. There's no should have.
Yes.
That's what you have. You stick with it and you sell it,
Exactly. I totally agree. I actually want to piggyback off of that because, we were in the same review, of course. We're in the same section. When that one girl, I say her name.
Yeah.
When she was shitting on her own project.
Oh, yeah.
And then our professor was literally like, I'm not even going to critique your work. I'm going to critique your presentation.
Yeah.
Because you just told me that this is bad.
Yeah.
You just told me that you don't even like it.
Yeah.
Then why are you presenting?
Yeah. If you don't even believe in your project, what's going to make me believe in your project?
Exactly. I totally agree with that.
You gotta be your first fan. You gotta be your first supporter, your first motivator, because then nobody's going to do it for you.
Exactly. And then I want to reiterate on this project. She is in this one group, and their model was compared to a bus stop.
Oh, wow.
And whether that's true or not, if you don't have confidence and you don't say, yes, this is not a bus stop, or maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
Maybe you want to go that direction, which is super cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
Any idea is valid.
Exactly, yeah. And I think that, like the more ideas you spit out, some are going to be good, some are going to be bad. For sure, me and my partner definitely have those. But, like, if you just, like, absolutely just sell it, and you just have all these ideas, one of them is bound to be good enough to spiral more ideas. Yeah. Hey, guys. Welcome back.
We're back.
I want to segue into hypothetical questions.
All right.
But they're a little silly.
Okay. I like that.
I have a bunch of them. I'm going to save some, though. All right, here. I'll give you my apocalypse one.
Ooh, okay.
It's good. If you were to be with one other person, like during the apocalypse, of course, and this is the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
And, if you get bitten, you turn into a zombie.
Yeah.
So, if you're with someone, friend, let's say friend.
Okay.
Would you, and let's say that you got bit by a zombie but they didn't see.
Okay.
Would you tell them and tell them to kill you? Because like, at least me, if I see someone get bitten by a zombie, I'm killing them so fast.
Yeah.
But
I have a question for you after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, like, there's so many different angles that you can look at this. Because, like, first of all, they're going to kill you.
Yeah.
Which, good or bad. But then you can't, help them survive. You can't tell them stuff.
Yeah.
And, of course, like, they're going to be alone.
How close is this friend?
Your closest friend.
Oh, so it's
but
my
not a
best
family
friend?
member, but a closest friend.
It's a close friend.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh, that's hard. Well, I feel like either way, eventually, we're both gonna die.
The question is essentially just, would you tell him?
Would you tell him? Okay. Since it's my closest friend, and I'm just thinking like in real life, my closest friend. We're very honest to each other. We've always told, like, he knows my secrets, I know his secrets. If I'm gonna go out, I'll go out with honor. So I would tell him.
That's
because in the end,
valid.
that would be like a whole waste of friendship. Like, I've telling you everything, and I'm not gonna tell you this, so I'm gonna like turn into a zombie and kill you. I feel like that's betrayal.
But the thing is, I totally agree. It's definitely betrayal. But the thing is like, how long do you have?
I don't know. Like, if
I don't know
bit,
either. But like, that was just kind of my question.
If I get bit, let's say like I got bit during my sleep or something, and I woke up and I see the wound, I'm probably just gonna show him.
Assume that you're gonna die pretty soon.
Yeah, just show him and spend our last hours or minutes being friends, and then he has to do what he has to do.
I think that, what would you do if you were the friend and then your friend told you that you were bit by a zombie?
Like, if my friend told me that he was bit?
Yeah.
Oof. Like, if it's my closest friend?
Yeah.
Dang, I don't know.
It's
because it's hard. It would be super hard.
What I would do? Yeah, I'll tell you what I'll do.
Yeah.
I would definitely be very selfish and take all the supplies that we have.
I mean, as a friend, I would understand. Because, I'm already turning into a zombie. I'm practically dying.
I definitely understand, too. But I think I wouldn't kill them, but I would run away.
Well, okay.
If that makes sense.
I would get mad.
If
you would just run away and leave me?
Well, what am I supposed to do? Do you want me to kill you?
No. First, try to, find a solution. Maybe try to heal me.
That's not how it works.
But you still, I feel like in desperation, you try your best.
I think...
try to, clean the wounds, something. I wouldn't, if I were to get bit by a zombie and I show my best friend, I would at least expect him to react like, okay, let's try to work something out.
Well, of course, that's your first, thought. But at the end of the day, the damage is done. Okay. I think this question is very packed. Mm-hmm. First of all, how long does it take until a bite infects you? Or not infects, but, takes over your entire body, which would be a huge telling point. Because, if it's a couple days, all right, we got a couple days to figure this out.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like, it can be a discussion, like, do you want me to kill you? Or do you want me to run away?
Oh, nah. Nah. Okay, I get you.
Because, like, that's, like, for me personally, I don't even know. Because, like, when you're a zombie, like, obviously, like, you're conscious in the sense of, like, you can hear, you can see.
Yeah.
But, like, are you conscious in the fact that it's, like, oh, I am Mary?
Yeah.
Maybe I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know.
If you get bit and it takes, you know, a couple minutes for the infection to get all over you and turn into a zombie.
I'll kill you.
Yeah. Okay. I'm be like, okay, get it done with. Shoot me. Whatever.
For sure.
If it's like, we know, like, people get bit and, like, after a couple days they turn to zombie, like, I would spend those days trying my absolute best to heal him, find a solution. I wouldn't talk about it. You said about talk about it like, oh, like, are you gonna kill me? No, I feel like that would be so, like, give me these last days, like, you know, don't talk about it, because I'm already,
really,
yeah.
I feel like if I was the infected, I would definitely want to have that conversation. Like, I'd want to say, you know, 2 options. Do you want to take me out early, or do you just want to run away? You can have all the supplies.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, at the end of the day, like, I know that, like, apocalypse is, like, definitely, like, a different situation.
Yeah.
But, like, everyone has that guilt. And it's like, do you want the guilt of I killed my friend, or the guilt of I left my friend?
Yeah.
Which, they're both terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But I feel like the guilt of I killed my friend is less if you killed him after you tried, like, your best, trying to look for supplies, medication, and, like, it's the last day they have before he gets fully infected. Like, you tried everything and we both know, like, we couldn't do anything, then okay, this is the last option.
That's
Instead
valid.
of just like, oh, you got bit and the first day just leaving, I feel like I would live with a bigger guilt, being like, I didn't even try.
Yeah.
I just left him, you know?
Well, the thing is like, that can be, like, let's say that it's days. You can stay for those days, try to fix it, and then say, what do I do?
Oh, you're saying, like, okay, you know, stay those days, try to help him.
Oh, for sure.
Nothing happens, so you just leave without killing him.
Exactly. Like literally, like, the only difference is, like, one of, like he died, like, you killed him.
Yeah.
But the thing is like, you never know what he's gonna do. Or say when they turn into a zombie, you never know what they're gonna do, because, you know, what if they're, like, the leader of all of them, or, you know, something crazy like that. Which I don't know if that's how zombies work, but
I don't know. Do you think zombies remember people? I don't think so.
I don't know. I think that they remember, like, I think it's kind of like, I don't want to say deja vu, but kind of like the gut feeling that, like, that animals will have to, like, what is the word when it's, like, instinct.
Instinct, yeah.
Maybe it's kind of like they see their old home and they're like, this is so familiar for some reason. But also, I know nothing about zombies. I'm literally just spitting out, you know, theories.
I feel like if my friend were to turn into a zombie, I feel like he could recognize me. But since they're already, like, controlled by something else, what you said, instinct, like, their first instinct is to eat and to kill. Maybe you recognize me, but you already have that urge of just eating me, you know?
But then that could be any situation. It's kind of like you see ham on the table and you're like, oh, I'm gonna eat this. But then that gut feeling hits, like, where's our pet pig, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, I know, like, I did a weird turn, but, like, they always have that gut feeling. And maybe that gut feeling is, oh, like, I want to eat you, or that gut feeling is, this is my friend.
Yeah. Because either zombies are just, they're unaware of the situation, like, they're completely brain dead, or it's just zombies could be like the definition of, they still can recognize people and think, they just don't have any self-control anymore.
That's a good point.
Like, it's one of the two. Either they just completely turn into a different person, like they're not humans anymore. They don't know you. They're just there to eat you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't recognize you. Or they do recognize, places, but they just don't have that self-control factor anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they feel like they're just being controlled by something else, like they can't help it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's one of the two.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors, because I'll be honest, do you know anything about zombies?
Not really. I mean,
Me
I've
neither.
seen the only zombie movie. No, it was a show. It's The Last of Us.
Oh,
Which,
yeah.
To be honest, I think that's one of the best video games ever created. The Last of Us.
My coworker loved that game. He beat it like a bunch of times.
The story is super good, and then they recently added a show, probably like a year or two ago.
And you watched it?
Yeah.
Was it good?
First season, really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I would recommend it. And we're waiting on season 2, which is gonna be like about the second game, The Last of Us 2. But I really recommend it. It's really, really good. And then like their zombies are the types like, it's a fungus that infects you and takes over your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think they recognize anybody, because now like they have a host attached to it. So now like
they're being controlled.
They're being controlled.
Okay.
So now it's not the mind of a human, it's the mind of the fungus, like whatever he wants to do. And the fungus is thinking of just spreading and reproducing. So the people that are infected they no longer have like self-control or like recognize people.
Yeah.
Those are the type of zombies there are. But I feel like in other movies maybe it's different. Because I mean, I know The Walking Dead, I've just never watched it.
I've only seen the first few episodes, but in the beginning there's this man and he's like hiding in his house.
Yeah.
And his wife comes up. I don't remember what happened. I'll be so honest. It was like the first episode. Yeah. But like, maybe she went there from instinct. Maybe she went there because she like remembered it.
Probably.
But again, maybe she was just walking in the street, stumbled upon it. But that's the way I think it would go. Yeah. Truly, but
talking about that, if let's say tomorrow they were to announce a new pandemic, which it in the end turns out to be like an apocalypse, like people start turning into zombies.
Holy moly.
Would you be more excited or more scared?
I'm gonna be so honest. I would be so hyped. And
right?
I'll tell you why.
It sounds a little bit bad.
It sounds crazy. But I would
crazy.
Be so hyped. Yeah. Like call me crazy, but like me and my brothers, we've been preparing for the apocalypse. Like my brother, he has the nunchucks. My other brother got the ninja star. And the other one has a grappling hook.
That's
and
crazy.
Dude, and we keep thinking, all right, where is our meeting space? When this happens, where is our meeting space?
You have a whole plan.
Yes. Yeah. And it's so like, it's not that we're preparing for the worst. It's just like, we're preparing for the best.
For the best
I would
time
be
of your life?
so hyped.
I feel like I would be so hyped. And it sounds bad because a lot of people would just get wiped out. And that's the only fear I would have. Like, hopefully, none of my close friends or my friends or my family members get wiped out.
Of course.
But if not, I feel like it would be the best time. Survival. It's
survival, yeah.
Yeah. But okay, would you be the type of person in an apocalypse? Would you be the type of person that is out, forming this big gang and trying to take down territories and just outside hunting, gathering with your family? Or are you the type of person that just hides, prefers to just get a bunker and just stay there and try to be as low-key as possible?
I think in the event of an apocalypse, I think that, of course, there would be, like, a group. Yeah. And I feel like within that group, I wouldn't be, like, the hider per se, but I feel like I would more assume, like, the medic kind of role.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I mean, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, I know how to treat wounds. Yeah. Like, no, I don't. But, like, you know, like, low-key, yes, I do. Yeah. Like, they can't be that complicated, especially when there's no medical equipment.
Yeah.
Like, I know how to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'd kind of definitely be more in that realm. Definitely not hunter and gatherer.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I don't want to be out there with them. Okay. I don't want to be out there with them. Yeah. Like, that's for the strong. I'm weak.
Yeah. Well,
I'm so afraid.
Me, in my mind, I would be hyped to just go out with the gang and be the hunter and gatherer. Yeah, I feel like it would be, like, adventurous, like, your life is always in danger, you're trying to get food back for the rest of the people, you might get killed, but it's, like, it's, you know, adrenaline.
Yeah.
I will, like, in my mind, I'm, like, I'm hyped for that. But knowing me, I'm probably just gonna stay at home. I'm gonna be the stay-at-home wife. I'm gonna be, like, ready for you guys to get back with the food. I'll cook for you guys, make sure, like, you have clean clothes.
Yes.
Like, because I've noticed, like, there's two types of people when they get scared. And I feel like we already talked about this once, but either when you get scared, like, when you're in, like, a scary situation, there's people that either, like, their adrenaline, like, pops up and they move, like, they get out of that situation. Or there's other people that they get scared and they freeze.
That would suck.
And I'm the second type of person.
Oh, no.
When I get scared or when I'm in, like, a tough situation, I freeze. So in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I'll be a hunter and gatherer, super fun. But if I see that I'm about to die, I have 3 zombies, like, just coming at me, I'm cooked. I just know I'm cooked. Like, every time I get, like, so when someone scares me or something happens, I freeze. I just freeze. So I might just be, like, a stay-at-home wife. I might be a little house bitch. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You know? I mean, like, at least for me, like, whenever I think about, like, going out, like, into, you know, the open, the outdoors, like, where the danger is,
yeah,
it's definitely not appealing. But I feel like, of course, you would want to, like, have that experience. At least I would.
Yeah.
But not necessarily, like, in the sense of hunting, gathering, but in the sense of, like, traveling to, like, new locations.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, whether we're jumping on rooftops or, you know, we have to, like, bolt or, like, book it to, like, the next, you know, silo to climb on to, like, get rid of the zombies.
Yeah.
And it's just, I definitely don't want to be out there all the time, but I feel like that adrenaline is enough to last me.
Okay.
Personally.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah. It's, me, like, if we go out with a plan and the plan goes accordingly, yes,
we're good. We're good.
Hunter and gatherer. Like, we have a plan. I'm very strategic. I'm very, very strategic.
Absolutely.
But once I see that the strategy is going south,
I'm dipping.
That's where I'm cooked.
Running.
I become a liability to the fucking team. Because I'll be like, okay, let's come up with a plan, and, like, you give me a role, what to do, I'm doing it.
Absolutely.
I'm doing it. Like, that's why I would be a good hunter and gatherer.
Yeah.
But once it goes south, something unexpected happens, I'm cooked.
Exactly. Like, no, me too.
You don't have to. You have 2 things to worry about: the zombies and then me. I'm a liability. Yeah. So. Yeah.
The alive liability is crazy.
Yeah.
The way I see it, at least personally, like, if I was gonna make a plan to go out, honey, I am preparing for every single situation. Yes. But if something that I didn't prepare for happens,
that's the scary part.
I don't know what I'd do.
And it's an apocalypse. You don't know what can happen.
Exactly.
You can prepare to a certain degree. Like, if I'm going out, I'm preparing the night before. I'm having everything ready.
Getting a good night's sleep.
Everything ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
got that Red Bull.
Unexpected things.
And like, because of course, like, when you make a plan, you have to prepare for bad things. You have to be like, if, like, this is the plan. If this happens, we do this. If this happens, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And, like, yes, and like you said, like you can only prepare for a certain degree. Because if something unexpected happens, like whether it's a bunch more zombies show up, which I mean I feel like we would already have in our plan anyway, but like I don't know, meteor hits like 2 feet away.
Or another gang, like I've seen in movies, like when the apocalypse happens, maybe you have your gang, your family, your friends, but then you find another gang or family. They're not going to be friendly. They're trying to survive too. So you got to also prepare for that.
But I feel like, you know what, like, call me insane, call me crazy, but I want to go back to the preparing thing. But I feel like as a society, if there was an apocalypse, we need to all agree, like, if we see other families, we're BFFs.
That's the thing.
Like, there's no room for selfishness.
Yeah.
Like, don't do that. Please.
But
please.
That's the thing.
People are crazy.
If today an apocalypse happens, there's going to be countries that are going to be like, fuck the rest of y'all. Y'all are cooked. Y'all deal with it. And there's going to be countries where they're going to be like, let's be together. Let's be a happy family and help each other.
But you know what? But that's a valid thing, because the way I see it is like, if Europe, Asia, Africa, they all get infested in zombies, the Americas are staying the fuck out of that. And that's low-key valid as fuck.
That's what I'm saying. like, Mary, you're little like, oh, let's help each other out. If the other side of the world is dealing with zombies, I'm not going to be like, don't worry, guys.
I'll donate food.
We're closing the border.
We're done, bro.
The United States shop is closed. Like, dude, I'm not dealing with it.
But it's also like, I don't know. Because, like, then there's, of course, the moral obligation. It's like, those are people. Yes. But it's also like, if we go over there and we take people back, that infection is going to spread. Exactly. So how do you... Like, what are you supposed to do?
No, but also, like, I get the moral obligation, but it's probably me that I simply just don't trust people.
Oh, because for sure.
It's happened. You help someone out, a stranger out, and then...
They fuck you over.
They take that to their advantage. They take that as They take your kindness as weakness, and then maybe you were willing to help them out when they were at their lowest, but then... In the future, if you're at their lowest, you don't know if they're going to be, willing to help you out. To just throw you in the fire. So that's why I'm like, I prefer to just stick with my gang, my family, know, like, the real ride or dies, and the rest of y'all, I'm sorry, but y'all are cooked,
That's crazy. I mean, not even in, like, oh, that's so awful, but, like, it's valid.
Yeah.
But, like... If I was in that situation and I came across another family, I'm not going to go, like, I'm not going to kill them.
No.
100%. I don't know, maybe I'd wave, because that would be really funny. I'd be like, oh, what? Hey, guys. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But there's just, like, I'm not going to go hang out with them.
Yeah.
Like, I see them. Cool, we're looting the same city.
Yeah.
Good to know. Do you want us to move, or can we share?
Yeah. Get to an agreement.
For sure.
But that's the thing. In apocalyptic times, I feel like people lose, like, knowledge of, like, social norms. You can't expect to interact with humans the way we interact with humans right now.
Yeah.
Because we're not in apocalyptic times.
That's true.
In apocalyptic times, I feel like that changes you.
You'll be at your worst.
Exactly. Humans are not going to be... behaving as humans right now.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone is going to be in a, like, survival type of mode. So, it's really hard to reason and come to agreement with people. That's why I'm saying, you're not part of my gang, you're dead to me.
Stay out of this,
Stay out of this. Like, I'll have a respect, like, I don't cross your line, you don't cross my line.
Good
but
to
if
know.
You're trying to cross my line, I'm sorry.
We're going to have an issue.
We're going to have an issue.
Now, if you want to have a convo,
we can do that.
Fine. Let's have a convo. But low-key, we're not taking any y'all in.
Mm-hmm.
We're not taking any of your shit.
Yeah.
We're not giving you any shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not that you're bad people. It's just that you can't trust us. We can't trust you.
Exactly.
And that's not in a mean way.
Like, you're trying to survive, I'm trying to survive.
Like, I mean, like, the only exceptions that I would have is if you already knew them.
Yeah.
Then, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like even if I hate you and I see you, you're coming with us. Unless, you know, of course, you're in another group or you're a zombie. But, like, assuming you're just walking in the street, whatever, running in the street, we're like, yo, come on. Like, we have shelter.
Well, yeah, because there's also people that just decide to be loners. Like, just deal with the apocalypse themselves.
Why?
Yes.
Dude, that's
but
such a bad idea.
I kind of understand them.
I guess,
because sometimes a group slows you down. And people are just better off alone because they just got one person to be concerned about.
That's super valid.
Which is kind of depressing. Cause,
I know, I was going to say, like, you're going to be alone.
Yeah.
You're going to go crazy. If I'm alone, I go crazy.
Yeah. I feel like, okay, I say this right now, like I would be comfortable being alone because I spend sometimes being alone and I'm comfortable. Like, I'll stay at home. I prefer to stay at home than going out, to be honest.
Well, absolutely. But like, this isn't that situation.
That's not the situation.
This is like, because, I don't know, because in groups, you know people have your back.
Yeah.
When you're alone, you're alone. And, like, sure, you can move quicker, but, like, what's the end goal? To get out of the, you know, area? Or is it maybe to keep going to, like, different homes? Or, you know, or maybe are you trying to find someone who will take you in?
That's true. So
it's just, like, I don't know, like, being alone is just, I don't know, I don't think I could do it.
Because there's people that they're alone and they just prefer to go to a very like rural place and just live on their own in some cabin in the mountains.
And that's valid.
Survive until they die. But I mean, it's valid because you're away from infection and trouble and everything. But at the same time, you're gonna be alone the rest of your life.
But at that point, I feel like I go out and try to find someone. Be like, hey, I have this cabin. Let's go hang out. Or let's go, like, I have, like, so many rations.
Yeah.
And I have a farm or whatever, like, the case is. Because, like, yeah, like, you know you'll be safe. But, like, what are you going to do? Like,
exactly.
What do you do all day? Like...
just wake up, eat. That's it.
Hang out? Like, what do you do?
Crazy.
Like,
yeah, I would go insane.
I feel like I want someone to be there with me. Like, either it's just to inspire me, or they'll be like, "Oh, do you want to plant a garden?"
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to plant a garden.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, that's a stupid example.
But that's why I feel like if I were in an apocalypse, I would prefer to just be on the run all the time. Just be like a nomad.
That is
I feel
insane.
like there's thrill in it.
Yeah, but at some point you're gonna get scared. And you're gonna freeze, and you'll be fucked.
And I'll die, but then people are gonna remember me, and it'll be fun. You know, like, I don't know, it's good. It's like, just being alone and finding a cabin in the woods and being away from all the zombies and everything just sounds depressing. It's like, okay, you escaped the apocalypse in some way, but that's it.
I know, but like...
the rest of your life is gonna be wake up, eat, and just do nothing. I feel like it's living a very long life full of nothing. And I feel like that's worse. If I'm going to live a short life full of thrill, then
that's actually a really good point. I think that the only way that I would ever just want to like be alone in a mountain is if I already know that no one else is left.
Yeah.
But like, you say that you would want to be a nomad, like going across everywhere, like meeting new families, meeting new groups, or literally just like on your own. Like,
no, I wouldn't be a nomad on my own. Like, I would like, no, in an apocalypse, I'm not doing this on my own. I know myself. Like, if I'm in an apocalypse on my own, I'm not lasting a week.
You leave for a couple hours.
Exactly.
Come back
I'm
eventually.
gonna need that one person that is gonna literally save me when I freeze. You know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, Josue, get a grip, bro.
Yeah,
We're
exactly,
fucked.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, if I were to like wander around, it would be with like a group, and not to like look for problems. It's just I feel like when I'm always constantly on the move, there's always like I'm always looking for new opportunities. You know.
Yeah, that's super valid.
Yeah, until either we one day find a place to settle down, or we die in the journey. That's it.
Actually, yeah, that would be fun.
Right?
You know what? Completely different topic, but like kind of the same idea.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen those people who just like hop on train cars and just go from like city to city?
In Europe. No?
Maybe, I don't know, but they also do that in the US. It's usually like homeless people.
Oh.
But that's always been a goal. Like I've always wanted to just like jump on like a moving train and like see where it takes me.
Oh, without knowing. Okay, I get you. I kind of did that without the homeless part because thank God I have a home. But when I went to Germany, we just hopped on a train with some friends, and obviously we didn't know where we were because like all the name of the cities are long and complicated.
Yeah.
So the train would just stop and we would just get out and just explore, just like backpacking. I think that's the word, right?
Yeah.
I love that, just exploring new things.
That's so cool.
Right?
One time, we have a similar story, but it was not the way it was intended. We were in Switzerland, my whole family, and then me and my brother Dave, we hopped on the bus to go back to the hotel. We got like super lost.
Oh no.
And we're like, oh my god, how do we get back? And we looked at like the walk and it was like hours, and we're like, we have to get on another bus.
Yeah.
But like, we don't know what to do.
Yeah.
We eventually found our way, don't get me wrong.
Yeah. Something similar happened to us.
So scary.
And it's also because like it's a new country, you don't know the language. So it's kind of like scary because it's like, okay, we have no idea where we are and how we're going to go back. But I'm the type of person where I'm like, it's fine. We'll figure it out. Like,
eventually.
I'm having a good time exploring. I don't know how I'm going to get back, but I'll figure it out, right? When you're in a group, there's people that don't think that way and they actually start to panic.
Dude, if you're in a group, you're immediately safe. That's how I think. I'm like, someone will figure it out.
If I were to get lost on my own in a different country,
I'd be so fucked.
Goes back to me getting scared and freezing. If I actually panic on my own, I'm done.
You're cooked.
I'm cooked. Like, nobody's hearing from Josue ever again. But if it's in a group and we're kind of, like, cooked, I'm like, we're fine.
We're cooked, but we're cooked together.
Exactly. We're cooked, but we're cooked together. Exactly.
And, like, like, whenever I'm in a group, I immediately feel, like, 1,000% safer.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, I'm sure every single human on this planet feels the exact same way.
Exactly.
That's not a unique perspective. But, it's kind of like when you show up to, like, I don't know, a concert or whatever, and then you don't see anyone, but then you see one person, you're like, oh my god, let me stick with you. Where are you going? I don't know where to go.
When you get to a function and you don't know anyone, but at least you see your friend that came, you're like, okay.
And then she's like, I don't know where to go either. Cool. We'll figure it out together.
Exactly.
And that's totally okay. And the thing is like, even if you, like, miss, like, 90% of the concert, you're like, we found the entrance.
Exactly. That's crazy. Yeah.
4 hours later.
I get that. But yeah, back to my friend. So we were lost in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody knew, the language. This guy had a serious panic attack.
Oh, no.
He was like, what are we going to do? And our parents are not here, and we don't know the language. How are we going to get back to our hotel? And it's getting dark, and we were just laughing because he was just so scared for his life. He was like, oh, no, and my parents are in the U.S., and I can't even call them. And I'm like, don't worry. Like, you're acting like we're going to die. Like, you're never going to see your family again. Like,
it's Germany.
Like,
you'll live.
Don't worry. It's like one of the safest countries in the world.
Exactly.
We're just lost. It's fine.
And like most people there speak English anyway.
Exactly. He's like, no, but it's already getting dark. Like, where are we gonna sleep?
The hotel.
We don't know. We'll sleep on the train, the hotel, wherever.
Yeah. We'll be fine.
We were just laughing our asses off because he was already thinking about his parents. Like, it's like, come on, bro. Don't worry. We'll get you back to the U.S. He was
You'll be fine.
so scared.
We'll
It
get
was
you back
so
to the
funny.
U.S. is
Yes.
crazy.
He was already
That's
thinking.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't even know how we got back. Now that I think of it, but we got back, and it was fun. Those are the type of stories you like. The type of experiences you just want to have. You know?
Well, the thing is, though, because, like, I relate to that so heavy. Like, when you're in a group of people and you are lost,
Yeah.
if someone's not freaking out, you're gonna start freaking out. It's like, why is everyone so calm? We're kind of lost.
Exactly.
We're lost.
There's always that one friend.
And the thing is, if no one is freaking out, I'm gonna freak out.
Exactly.
I'm like, guys, nobody's
Yes.
freaking out. Someone needs to freak out for me so I don't freak out.
Yeah.
You
But
guys
I
are
feel
too
like
calm.
the person that's freaking out is kind of keeps, a realistic perspective. Like, because maybe if the rest are not freaking out, that it's the one person that's really looking at the situation like, we're actually lost. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
Because if that person is not there, we'll keep getting lost, and
Exactly.
then you never know where you're gonna end up. So
Exactly.
I feel like
Someone needs to freak out.
Yes, appreciate your friend that's always freaking out. That's for everyone.
Absolutely.
Like, there's always gotta be a friend that kind of keeps you level to the ground. Yes.
Oh,
And I feel like you, Mary, sometimes in our friend group are you're the one that's always freaking out. To be honest,
dude, don't play. Cause yes. Dude, sometimes no one is saying anything, and I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah.
This is terrible.
Even like a couple hours ago, we were about to start a fire. And
a bonfire.
we were about to start a bonfire.
A place that has no fire pit. No actual like it was just such, and we're right next to a police. We were so next awful.
To a police like, now that I think of it, we're pretty damn stupid. Like,
that's what I was saying.
We were about to commit a felony.
You
right
did.
Next to a police station, and Mary was the only one who was like, let's not do this.
I was so angry. I'm like, this is so stupid.
Mary was
do
freaking
not
out.
do this.
Mary was freaking out. It was so funny.
I was so upset because I'm like, how am I the only adult here?
Yes.
Guys. And there were so many of them. And I'm like, guys.
Yes.
What? You're not starting a
so
fire. Are you kidding
so
me?
It's just sometimes we just come up with random ass ideas.
And someone needs to bring them back to the ground.
Yes.
Dude,
that's true.
That's so stupid. Oh my god. I was freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I feel like that was a great episode.
It sure was.
It was. Thank you guys for coming to this week's episode, for listening to us yap for a little bit, get a little serious also. We hope to see you guys next week. We have a bunch of exciting things planned.
Yes.
And yeah, this was Mary and Josue, hosts of T6 ChatterShack. So
T6 Chatter.
Oh my god, I almost stuttered. My bad, guys. But I don't even know why people listen to this, but
they don't.
They don't. But yeah, keep coming to T6 ChatterShack. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.